This is the intriguing world of the American history, and we're about to unravel the enigmatic mysteries concealed within the Monticello Plantation. Nestled within the rolling hills of Virginia, the iconic estate holds some secrets that one might not know. But before we begin, please remember to press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and show your support by liking and sharing the video. Having said that, let's start. Deep in the heart of Virginia lies Monticello, an ancient estate with secrets hidden in its very soil. Once belonging to Thomas Jefferson, a crucial figure in American history, this place now stands as a hallowed national treasure, pored over by scholars far and wide. Volumes of records describe this Virginian property, but they give no indication of the mysterious realities that have yet to be discovered. Guided by the wisdom of archaeologists and their relentless pursuit, we've unveiled hidden layers of Jefferson's existence, exposing not just the sprawling expanse of his property, but a clandestine chapter, his secret offspring. In this revelation, the very fabric of history has been torn and President Thomas Jefferson's legacy forever altered, shrouded in a mystique that challenges the annals of time. Let's start the list. A mystery to carry. So hidden among the folds of history, Thomas Jefferson, the enigmatic third president of the United States, once dwelled in the mystical embrace of Monticello, a renowned plantation nestled in the heart of Virginia's secrets. The tale of this abode unfolds in 1768, shrouded in mystery as its Italian moniker Little Mountain whispers secrets to the ages. This place is so important that it's even on the nickel coin, but hidden in its history is a mystery waiting for curious people to uncover and learn about. Sally Hemings, the unsolved mystery. Sally Hemings was a slave who worked on Thomas Jefferson's plantation. Despite being enslaved, her life was closely connected to Jefferson's in a unique way. Historians have been intrigued by Sally Hemings for over 100 years. While there wasn't much evidence to show she was more than a victim of slavery, a discovery made nearly 200 years after her death has given us new information about her life and the mysterious surroundings of the Monticello estate. The Hemings story. Sally, born in 1773, hailed from a complex lineage. Her father, John Wales, was a planter and a trader of human lives. Remarkably, he was also the father of Jefferson's wife. Sally's mother, a soul ensnared by slavery, was known as Betty Hemings. Madison Hemings was the name of Sally Hemings' son. Madison's allegations that his mother was none other than Martha, the First Lady's half-sister, was the subject of whispers and mystery. When Sally was but a mere babe, fate wove a mysterious tapestry. She, her mother, and siblings were whisked away to Jefferson's enigmatic Monticello estate, where they were confined to Martha, who had inherited them from her own father and put into the darkness of servitude there. Children of the Hemings. With a total of 6 siblings, Sally was the youngest in her family. She was considerably younger than Martha Jefferson, her half-sister and the future wife of the president, by a full 25 years. Although they were all raised on the Monticello property, their lives were spent in slavery and servitude. Back in those days, the law placed children at the top of the slave hierarchy, exempting them from strenuous plantation work. However, Sally and her siblings didn't escape this harsh life. They instead served as domestic servants. Little did Sally know that in years to come, she would become the topic of national importance. Sally's characteristics. Regrettably, we don't have any actual pictures of Sally Hemings from back in the day, but we do have some vivid descriptions that paint a picture of her appearance. One of those descriptions come from Thomas Jefferson Randolph, who happened to be the grandson of President Jefferson himself. Randolph once described Sally as fair-skinned and undeniably attractive. Now, let's dive into what Sally's daily life was like on the Jefferson's estate. She had a couple of important roles there. One was working as a chambermaid, helping to keep things tidy, and the other was as a seamstress, where she probably showed off her sewing skills. Interestingly, Jefferson was meticulous about keeping records, especially when it came to finances and births on his estate. However, it's curious that he never seemed to write anything down about Sally Hemings. It's like she was a hidden figure in his records. Paris vacation. This young girl Sally experienced significant changes in her life when she was just 14. She was chosen to accompany Thomas Jefferson's youngest daughter, Mary, during his diplomatic service in London and later in Paris. Interestingly, her brother James Hemings also joined the journey as the president's chef. It's worth noting that slavery was prohibited in France at that time, yet Sally had a desire to return to the United States, where she was legally considered a slave, for reasons that remain somewhat mysterious. Paris saw a lot of events. What happened in Paris forever changed Sally's life. During this significant trip, Thomas Jefferson, who was a widower at the time, began a romantic relationship with Sally Hemings. While Jefferson was in his mid-40s, Sally was just 16 years old. Their time together in Paris led to Sally becoming pregnant. In 1789, Hemings returned to the United States from Europe. Over time, she gave birth to 6 children, who, according to those who saw them, strongly resemble Jefferson. Despite their clear involvement in a romantic relationship, no written records of this affair surfaced until about 2 decades later. Hypotheses and rumors. In 1802, the first written evidence of a controversial affair emerged. An opponent of Thomas Jefferson released a report called the Jefferson-Hemings controversy. Despite his involvement in Sally's children's parentage being publicly denied by Jefferson's family, the father's name was never recorded in his farm book records. Sally had 6 children and 4 of them survived into adulthood. Jefferson eventually granted them freedom from slavery, which added weight to the speculation that he might indeed be their father. Nevertheless, Jefferson's family vehemently opposed these claims, and historians debated the issue for 150 years. Recent discoveries, however, have led to a shift in their perspective on the matter. Engagement of science year. The mystery of who fathered Sally Hemings' children was a long-standing puzzle. Though, due to significant advancements in science, researchers were eventually able to confirm that Thomas Jefferson was the father of Sally Hemings' children. In 1998, a groundbreaking DNA test conclusively showed that Jefferson was the father of at least one of Sally's children, leading historians to consider the possibility that he might be the father of all 6 of her kids. This crucial genetic test matched the DNA of a descendant of Essen Hemings, who was Sally's youngest son, with the Jefferson family's male lineage. A significant finding. In 2017, experts started fixing up the Monticello Plantation, and while doing this, archaeologists dug around and found a piece of the puzzle they'd been missing, called the Monticello Mystery. They finally figured out where Sally Hemings, who was a mystery for a long time, used to live. They were trying to figure out how the Monticello Plantation main house used to look in the past. These archaeologists stumbled upon something amazing. They found a hidden room that had been a secret for hundreds of years, and it was so cleverly hidden that nobody had a clue where it was. A secret room. The south pavilion of the main house at Monticello, where Thomas Jefferson lived, changed a lot over time. They made changes while Thomas Jefferson was alive, and later, especially in the 1900s, when it became a museum. But the reason they couldn't find Sally Hemings' secret room was because they built a modern bathroom right on top of it in 1941. Then, in the 1960s, they made the bathroom even bigger because more people were coming to Monticello. But even with all these changes and renovations, they still didn't find Sally Hemings' hidden room. Re-examining the case. Historians looked again at the history of Monticello and found a letter written by one of President Jefferson's grandsons. In this letter, it was mentioned that Sally's room was in the southern part of the main house at Monticello. While experts couldn't be entirely certain if this was accurate, they soon thought there might be something interesting hidden under the renovated bathroom. No one could have imagined that they were about to discover some amazing historical treasures. Some remarkable findings. When archaeologists wanted to find something special, they had to break down a modern bathroom at Monticello. They dug through the ground until they discovered the place where Sally Hemings, a person from the past, used to live. Furthermore, they discovered that the floor was still made of the same bricks from a very long time ago, around the 1800s. As they kept digging, they found more surprises like a brick hearth and a fireplace. But the interesting things was not just what they found in the room, but also where the room was located. Sally's room was right next to President Jefferson's bedroom. That made it even more mysterious. So, what is the truth? In addition to proving that Thomas Jefferson had a child with Sally Hemings, an enslaved woman, the recent discovery of a hidden room also showed that Sally enjoyed a better life than other slaves at Monticello. However, it's important to note that she remained a slave and had to work like everyone else on the estate. Despite having a room next to Jefferson's private area, Sally's living conditions were far from comfortable. Surprisingly, her room had no windows, making it dark and uncomfortable. Some even thought that the decision to build a bathroom over her room was an attempt to hide her existence, which many saw as an insult to her legacy. Furthermore, it is important to mention that while we've learned a lot recently, there are still many mysteries about Monticello's history. President Jefferson recorded information about his slaves, but we only have a few photos of the actual people who worked there. Descendants of the enslaved workers have shared their stories at the Monticello Museum, giving us a deeper understanding of their lives that wasn't in the history books. And that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Because trust me, you don't want to miss out on the exciting content that's just around the corner. This is your host signing off, wishing you all an awesome day. Stay tuned!